South Korea is often defined by its Miracle on the Han River, a global success story of a war-torn agricultural nation becoming a top 15 economic powerhouse in just a few decades. We see this perfection everywhere, in the synchronized choreography of K-pop, the global reach of Samsung, and the elite lifestyles of its financial leaders. But what happens when this miracle becomes a trap? In the 2021 thriller Hard Hit, a high-level bank manager named Seong-gu discovers a bomb under his seat. The caller's demand is simple: pay an astronomical sum or die. This is not only just a ticking clock action movie, it is a visceral evaluation of South Korea's deep-seated economic anxiety. Today, I'm going to analyze how Hard Hit uses the thriller genre to critique the cutthroat nature of Korean capitalism and the institutional betrayal that lies beneath the surface of national success. To understand the tension inside this car, we have to look at the history of authoritarian developmentalism. In the 1970s and 80s, the South Korean government systematically prioritized rapid industrial growth over civil rights. The state drove investment into massive business conglomerates known as chaebols to compete on the global stage. This era turned Korea into an industrial titan, but it also created a society where results mattered more than people. Song-gu represents the pinnacle of this miracle. He is the elite banker, the face of the system, but as our course materials highlight, the system is haunted by the 1997 IMF crisis. This was the moment the social contract in Korea was broken. While the banks were being saved, the middle class was destroyed. The antagonist in this film is the embodiment of that trauma, a person left behind by the very financial systems Song-gu manages. In Hard Hit, the bomb is not just a weapon, as it is a physical manifestation of the debt and resentment built up in Korea's race to the top. A defining feature of this film is its use of social realism. Traditionally, Korean films portrayed poverty in marginalized spaces, like the 1982 film People in the Slum. But Hard Hit does something radical. It brings the explosion of social inequality into the hearts of the wealthy district. It shows that even in the most polished parts of Busan, the cracks in the system are lethal. The film's most critical point is the theme of institutional betrayal. As soon as Song-gu becomes a liability to his bank's reputation, the institutions he dedicated his life to, the police, and the financial elite turn on him instantly. They don't see a father in danger, they see a PR disaster that needs to be managed or eliminated. This reflects the people-centered narrative of modern Korean cinema. It argues that in a hyper-capitalist society, the system has no loyalty. You are only as valuable as your last successful transaction. Once you stop producing, you are discarded. Cultural critics often debate the concepts of hybridization versus indigenization in the Korean wave. Hard Hit is a perfect case study of this. Structurally, the film is a hybrid product, a remake of the Spanish thriller Retribution. It uses the global language of the high-octane Hollywood-style blockbuster to appeal to an international audience. However, the local agency of the Korean filmmakers transforms the story into something uniquely Korean. They indigenize the plot by grounding the antagonist's motive in the specific historical pain of a little guy being crushed by the banking sector. By focusing on the specific trauma of debt and the coldness of Korean institutions, they turn a generic Western trope into a powerful scream of frustration. This is why K-culture is so successful globally. It takes familiar formats and fills them with deep, localized social meaning that feels universal in an age of global inequality. In conclusion, Hard Hit is more than just a car chase. It is a cinematic unmasking of the hidden costs of the Miracle on the Han River. It forces the audience to ask a difficult question: is our status worth the bomb we are sitting on? By using the high-pressure environment of a car bomb, The film reminds us that when a society is built on cutthroat competition and exclusion, even those at the top are living on a ticking clock. History in Korea is not just a collection of dates, it is a dialogue between the past's economic failures and our present anxieties. Hard Hit shows us that the past isn't just behind us, it's right under our seats. Thank you.